But I have teased you about this long enough. I'm going to hand over to our very own Mark Littlewood, who is, of course, on the panel with us tonight, who in just a second or two is going to run you through this in more detail. But we can exclusively bring you the latest Tory leadership polling done by the Popular Conservatives. So, Robert Jenrick and Kemi Badenoch remain neck and neck on 28%, while Priti Patel remains solid on 17%. Mel Stride, Tom Tugendhat and James Cleverly all polled under 5% with members surveyed. Now, in campaign cut-through terms, the clear winner is Robert Jenrick, with almost 58% of panellists satisfied or very satisfied with this campaign, while all other candidates scored less than 40%. However, in a sign of growing discontent between the Conservative Parliamentary Party and its own members, an overwhelming majority of 76% have little or no confidence in Tory MPs putting the right two final candidates to the membership. Mark, you're in part responsible for this. Go on.
I am. My outfit's responsible for this. We're trying to get to the bottom of what party members think about the leadership race. Important to underscore that for your viewers, Patrick. We're only asking Conservative Party members because it is they who will have the final say. The MPs will cut it down to 2 out of these 6. God only knows which 2 they'll pick. I was discussing with a former cabinet minister early today, and we were postulating that you might find all 6 candidates get about 20 MPs each voting for them. So God only knows how they'll get it down to the final 2. If you believe the betting markets, then the 2 that we have top of our poll, Jenrick and Badenoch, have the best chance of winning. The betting markets say it's about 60% likely that it'll be one of those 2, but we'll see. But I think the interesting thing was this gap between the party membership and the MPs. This 76% of our 500 or so members surveyed saying little or no confidence that the MPs will select the right 2 for the final ballot. That's when the members get a say. And this is what I think is going to happen, Patrick. The campaign's not really caught light yet. In fairness, we're still in the dog days of August. I think this will be a bigger political story in September. The Conservative Party conference will be in the midst of this. That will be a right jamboree with everybody trying to curry support. But once the MPs have nailed it down to the final 2, whoever they pick, whether it's Priti Patel, Kemi Badenoch, Jenrick, Mel Stride even, those 2 are then going to have to appeal to the Conservative Party membership base. And here is, I think, another interesting statistic from the poll. We asked these 500 Tory members, what's the policy issue you care about most? And 55% said immigration. 24% said the economy. Once these 6 MPs have spoken to their 100 or so colleagues and 2 of them are left standing, they are going to have a decent platform to appeal to the party membership on those 2 issues.
Right, well, there is quite a lot to digest there, I suppose. So, Suzanne, I'll throw it your way first. What do you make of that, then? Do you think that the Tory MPs will make the right decision, whatever that is?
Well, it's very interesting, isn't it? Because I think for a long time there's been a disconnect between a lot of the One Nation so-called Conservatives, some of us might call us the more wet, liberal Conservatives in MPs, and the kind of harder centre-right MPs, which mostly is the membership view, in my experience. Most Conservatives want low tax, small state, low immigration, and yet you seem to have a House of Commons MPs in the Conservative Party who don't really seem to be fully signed up to that and are more kind of social democratic in their approach. So it will be interesting, and I suspect the parliamentary party may very well split. So you might get them plumping for, say, Robert Jenrick or Priti or Kemi, and then Tom Tugendhat as well, who would represent that wing of the party. And then I think it will be a very clear-cut decision for the Conservative Party membership. Of course, if you get, say, I think most dream ticket for most Conservative Party members would be a choice between Kemi Badenoch and Robert Jenrick. Because then whoever wins, I think the Conservative Party will be taken in a different direction. Now,
obviously, Rebecca, I don't imagine you massively care.
I mean, that never stops me from saying something, does it?
No, but, you know, I suppose the way to phrase this question would be, Who do you think would be worst for Keir Starmer out of the candidates there? If you just, in a world where
most annoying
yeah.
or most actually problematic, because I think those two things are different.
Most problematic.
If I were a Conservative voter, first of all, I would give myself a long, hard look in the mirror. But after I was done doing that, I would want somebody who was going to focus on, like, getting the party match fit again. So really bringing in new talent, getting excited about it, finding what made us a good team back in the early days of perhaps David Cameron, and re-embracing that. What I want to avoid is somebody who's just going to pick on sort of scratchy, headliney culture war stuff, because I'm not sure that's actually going to make them any better or any richer as a party.
OK.
Interesting point. You'll be, I don't know, surprised, possibly appalled, Rebecca, to know that many Conservative Party members agree with you.
No, I think lots of Conservative parties aren't awful.
Actually, one of the things a lot of Conservative Party members seem to want is substantial reform of the party itself. This won't catch light with the electorate, who aren't really interested in what the constitutional protocols of the Conservative and Unionist Party is. But if you want to appeal to the party membership, you are going to have to really turn around the Tory party. We had all sorts of undemocratic fixes and cronyist practices on selecting
But they were
candidates.
fighting fires, weren't they? So there wasn't time and
some of
space
those
to look at that
candidates-
Well, they had a year or so to
They were
select some.
unbelievable.
Yeah, so I think
Before.
democratic reform of the party and actually giving members more of a say in who their Conservative candidate is would help the party get match fit, and that's certainly what the members
OK,
want.
so just to clarify, as it currently stands, according to your poll, the most popular two with the membership are
Jenrick and Badenoch.
and they are almost neck and neck.
Yeah, and Priti Patel not far behind.
Priti Patel not far behind, right, all to play for. So there we go. Well, thank you very much for bringing us that.